Hi everyone, Crystal Keen here with Lightworker Sisterhood. It is my desire and intent to bring you clarity through personal readings. This reading today has to do with the inner quest. So I have 3 piles for you to choose from. Pile 1 has the Pakistani onyx, I also like to call it baby Jupiter. Pile 2 has a selenite egg, and pile 3 has a fossilized egg. I'll give you a moment to go ahead and choose, and then once you have chosen, you can go ahead and go to your timestamp. Alright, if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and go to pile 1. If you chose pile 1 with the Pakistani onyx, also known as baby Jupiter, then this is your pile. I have 4 cards here for you, and they each are attached to a type of theme that goes with the inner quest, and I'll go ahead and I'll show you that. Alright, the first one is the archetypal side of the self that is most dominant in your story. That's the part of you that needs attention in order for you to understand and move forward on your quest. The second card is the archetypal setting for the journey you're on. This is the energy that surrounds the situation, the stage or backdrop that influences the story. Card 3 has to do with the archetypal tool you must use, find, or give up so destiny can unfold. Think of this as the key of the situation or the best tool for the task at hand. And then card 4 is about the deeper purpose of your journey. This is the mythic theme or challenge that you'll face as you approach your growth edge. Think of this card as what your entire journey is about. So after we go over these 4 cards here, I'll go ahead and pull from the Synchronicity deck. I'll pull 2 cards, and then we'll find the matching theme on it. I'll give you the definition for that, and then you'll know what to look for when it comes to your journey. Get these. Card 1 is intention. Now remember, this is your archetypal side of yourself that is the most dominant in your story. So the most dominant thing in your story at this time has to do with your intention. You kind of incubating that egg and doing that through wisdom and through mastery with this master number 22, co-creating with the universe, and with true, honest wishes and desires. But those true and honest wishes and desires that come from wisdom, which is why we're seeing this owl here. Alright, so it says that this is the part that needs the attention in order for you to understand and move forward on your quest. So I feel that you're being asked to really assess what is it that you want. What is it that you truly desire? Your deepest desire, your truest wish from your heart, from your most authentic self, from a place of removing ego and just asking your soul, what is it that I truly want out of this life? What is it that I truly desire? What lessons have I learned in my life thus far in order to make an informed intention and then move forward with it, so that way I can start building my building. I can start building the life that I desire, because I see this pillar here and it reminds me of old type of architecture. So it's it feels like that soul theme, because our souls mostly are older souls. I believe that on this channel that I would attract more old souls. If you're not, that's okay. But this has an old soul type of feeling to it with the type of architecture that it is. So yes, really take the time to assess from a soul level what it is that you want and what you need to put your attention on, because that is really what's pulling at you at this point in time in your life. This is what your inner journey is asking you to focus on at this point in time. And we'll go ahead and we'll move on to card 2 here. This is the archetypal setting for the journey you're on. This is the energy that surrounds the situation, the stage or backdrop that influences the story. Okay, so it has to do with rescue. Seeing that, let me see. I had to pick this up so that way we can get a closer look at it. I don't know, does that look like maybe a person in here or some type of light? It's so itty bitty. Okay, so it might be a person. You may feel like in the backdrop of this that maybe you might be a little lost or a little bit closed off, stowed away at this time and point of your life, or that has really been a theme on your journey of feeling alone on this island all by yourself, and you're trying to go through this emotional journey, this emotional healing with all of this water here. Let me put this down. And maybe you've really just kind of been focused on that, or it's asking you to focus on that, considering this is the backdrop, the stage that influences the story. Feeling like you can move away from this place of being walled off by yourself. You may feel like other people are either doing better than you or up at a higher vantage point, and like maybe they're getting the blessings that you wish that you had, because you see here somebody's in an air balloon and they're looking over at this tower that has a rainbow coming out of it. And rainbows, they really have to do with blessings and abundance. And here you are sitting in this walled off area with this tree that looks like it's from fall, and you're stuck on this waterfall on this island all by yourself. So kind of waiting. You have to rescue yourself, I feel, at this point. Really focus on just rescuing yourself and climbing up this tree and going to these blessings yourself. Or, you know, maybe it's asking you, because some of you, I feel like it's you rescuing yourself, because you might be that very independent type of person. But for other people, it may be calling out to this other person that's up here, calling out and asking help from other people that are very heart-centered, very loving, very unconditional in terms of thinking and helping others. So that way it is that you also can get to this point of abundance and make these informed intentions. Yeah, that's about all that I'm getting from that one. No, let me think about this here. Okay, so there is a number 1 with it being you and the new beginnings, but there also is a 6 with love and beauty. So maybe this has to do with finding love, or getting out of a situation where it wasn't a very good love life, or healing from a broken heart. Because the 6, like I said, is love and beauty, but that balloon is also green, which has to do with the heart chakra and love. So yeah, I feel like this could also have to do with somebody that has either a broken heart, desires love, or needs to get out of a certain situation. Your third card there is the archetypal tool you must use, find, or give up so destiny can unfold. Think of this as the key to the situation, or the best tool for the task at hand. Heal the ouch. Okay, yeah, so what is really hurting you? Are you able to use this key of healing yourself or allowing other people in to help heal you so that way you can move forward. Maybe look up fox and raccoon spirits, animal spirit guides, and maybe even the owl spirit guide to see if you get particular messages, extra messages from them in particular. Maybe you feel like you've been conned. Someone really played a certain role with you. Maybe you have helped this person heal and they might have hurt you in return, type of deal. I feel that definitely could be a theme. And it has, in turn, kind of hurt your manifestations. You feel like it's hurt your manifestations and your abundance with that 3 and that 8 there. So you're either being asked to give up this person, give up the hurt, or to let yourself be fueled by it so that way you can move forward out of this area and go on up and set that intention and make your truest wish. Only you're going to know for yourself what it is. Whether it's letting it go, whether it's embracing it, or whether it's being fueled by it in order to set that intention and co-create with the universe. Either way, I feel like it does have to do with that unconditional love because it has that pink. Pink has to do with unconditional love. It has to do with the high heart chakra as well. And then lastly, we have card 4 here with the deeper purpose of your journey. This is a mythic theme or challenge that you will face as you approach your growth edge. Think of this as a card as what your entire journey is about. Your entire journey is about taking it slow and steady and making sure that there's not repeating patterns. Because we're seeing the spiral here. So if you're seeing spirals as kind of, I keep seeing spirals everywhere, whether it be in shells or just the designs, or I keep dreaming about it or something, this has to do with patterns. And you taking that time, that slow and steady pace to move forward, to heal this ouch when it comes to 2 relationships, balance, duality, co-creation. So that way you can move away from the rescue archetype and again set that intention. Ones may be following you around because I see 2 wands and then I also see 2, 2, 2. So those could be following you around as well. Again, remember to look up the owl spirit guide, the raccoon, and the fox spirit guides to see what extra messages that they have for you. And you can even look up what Pakistani onyx represents for even further messages. All right, lastly, we're going to go ahead and pull 2 of these synchronicity cards to see what synchronicities that you can look out for. They'll let you know that you're kind of on the right path. You're going the way that you need to. All right, tap me into the collective of group 1 so we know what synchronicity it is that they can look out for. If you aren't familiar with these cards here, the synchronicity cards, they just have images on them. And then you look for the image that matches. And the image that matches is the one where your message is. Okay, you see it right here? The chakra lovers. Yeah, this is definitely the group that is healing from a broken heart or going through a very difficult relationship now, and they just don't know which way to go next. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my book out. Oh, sorry. and put this up here for you so you can see it a little bit better. Here we go. And I'm going to read that to you. Conjugal chakra lovers. The key words are alignment, intimacy, and lust. The conjugal chakra lovers are balanced feminine and masculine energies with their chakras activated. They are generating a moment of intimacy and possibly a new form of life, either in a material or physical form. There's that intention right there. As their bodies join, the chakras further represent emotional and spiritual alignment. They are united with the universe and experience the pleasure of creation. Here is your reflection. Sometimes we take our loved ones for granted and forget that we need to work at relationships. How can you create more intimacy with your loved ones? How can you get to know yourself better so that you can express yourself fully? So those are things that you can go ahead and journal about. And then let's go ahead and take a moment to do a quick meditation. So if you have time and you're not driving, just go ahead and close your eyes, take a deep breath in, release by blowing out, and relax your shoulders and your neck and untense your body so that we can do this meditation. It asks you to sit in front of a mirror. So you could do this in front of a mirror, or you can visualize a mirror as well. And tell yourself, I love you 3 times. Rest your hands palm down on your thighs and breathe in deeply through your nose, taking the air down into your belly. Exhale. Now turn your palms upward to face the sky and repeat. Both hands on top of your groin area and send it loving energy. Your libido is recharged. Okay, so I would also probably see how you feel in these energy centers. See if there's anything that needs to be healed in the root and the sacral chakra in particular. And then just go ahead and go from there when it comes to your healing. And if this is a relationship that you are in and you want to continue to be in and you have to work at, maybe a low libido might be part of the problem that's coming through. And by doing this energy work, by doing this meditation, it will help fix the energy levels so that way you can move forward in a healthy way. Well, thank you so much, Group 1. I hope that this resonated with you. I'm very open to hearing your thoughts. Please like, subscribe, and share if you so feel called to. And always remember, where there's love, there's light. Where there's light, there's beauty. And where there's beauty, there's you. I hope to see you in my next video. Hi, if you chose Group 2 with the selenite egg, then this is your group. So I have 4 cards before you, and they're each attached to a certain type of theme when it comes to your inner journey. So I'm just going to go ahead and read those through with you. So the first card has to do with the archetypal side of the self that is most dominant in the story. This is the part of you that needs attention in order for you to understand and move forward on your quest. The second card is the archetypal setting for the journey you're on. This is the energy that surrounds the situation, the stage or backdrop that influences the story. Card 3 is the archetypal tool that you must use, find, or give up so destiny can unfold. Think of this as the key of the situation or the best tool for the task at hand. And the last card has to do with the deeper purpose of your journey. This is the mythic theme or challenge that you will face as you approach your growth edge. Think of this card as what your entire journey is about. So we'll go through these 4 cards, and then I'll go ahead and I'll pull you 2 cards from the Synchronicity deck. Already I'm seeing a 1 in every single one of your cards here. So definitely about yourself, about new beginnings and repeating ones. So the first card here, like I said, has to do with the archetypal side of the self that is most dominant in your story. Feeling like perhaps being alone or traversing new lands is kind of the dominant theme of what's going on right now. That's really what needs attention in order for you to understand and move forward on your quest. It's kind of taking those steps and walking into the unknown. I'm seeing some cactuses out here, so you might be seeing cactuses as kind of a synchronicity thing, as a sign for you. You might be being asked to travel to a place that is a desert. Some of you might be like, I really do not like hot, dry lands where there's possibly scorpions or something. And I hear you on that. But for some of you, that's definitely going to be a calling that you're feeling. But really it feels kind of lonely. And it feels like you truly are traversing into unknown territory. Perhaps you're manifesting this. You're manifesting a new beginning. Or you feel like things just aren't working out for you. I'm not entirely sure right now. All right, let's go ahead and move on with the reading to see if we can get some more clarity on this. The second card here is the archetypal setting for the journey you're on. This is the energy that surrounds the situation, the stage or backdrop that influences the story. Okay, so yeah, the things that are influencing it, ghost lands. Okay, so you might, we all go through the different seasons when it comes to our life, our physical life and our spiritual life. That spring, summer, fall, winter. You might feel like you're in your winter season right now, or you're not seeing a whole lot of movement. You're kind of maybe just wondering out there, what's going on? What's happening? Why did everything come to a standstill? When am I going to move again? I need something. I need communication. I need manifestations to come in for me. I need insights. What is happening here? And you might feel this type of time crunch as well, because I'm seeing things that have to do with time. Let's see, this isn't just a clock. It's also a zodiac sign thing here. All right, let me see. What number is this between? It looks like it's between 17 and 18. So something important might happen when it comes to the 17th of a month. There might be a major theme for you. I can't give you an exact month, but it does feel like it will be in the winter for you. And it looks like it's in between Cancer and Gemini. Something in between that time period could be quite significant for you. I feel like doors could be opening for you, because even though this is a winter landscape, I'm also seeing doors. These could be doors of opportunity. You just might have to wait a little bit for it, which could be the difficult thing. This could be a spiritual lesson as well with that 7 there. So yeah, that's really the backdrop and the reason why you're not seeing things, because you probably are most likely, like I said, in your winter season, and you could be feeling very alone, very unseen at this time. Ghosts, unless you're clairvoyant and you can see them, or you're clairsentient and you could feel them, most of the time a lot of people don't even realize when ghosts are alone. And when somebody ghosts you, they don't show up. And in this first card here with the dry desert, it really is, it's a person alone, looking out, looking for what's coming in for me. I see a bird here. Where is my freedom? When am I going to rise up? Don't worry, your doors of opportunity are coming in. All right, let's go ahead and look at the third card here. The third card is the archetypal tool you must use, find, or give up so destiny can unfold. Think of this as the key to the situation or the best tool for the task at hand. One Ring Circus. Again, I'm seeing this theme of going it alone. But you're not fully alone, because this person she's looking to the future, but she's on an elephant. And what are elephants? They are our ancestors. So you're not alone. Your ancestors are with you, and you can call upon them for help when it comes to it. So since this is something that you have to use, you can use, find, or give up. So either use this time to focus on yourself, whether it's healing, resting. Okay, my lights right now just started flickering. So I feel like that's a confirmation for just working on yourself when it comes to it, because my lights were not flickering and they just did when I said that. I don't know if you caught that in the video or not. Yeah, just rest and do what it is that your body is telling you to do. Try to be more in the present moment, instead of, if you're focusing on any type of lack, like I'm lacking friendship or companionship or that next step on my journey. Try not to focus on that as much. Just focus on what it is that your body needs and calling in your ancestors for any help and any guidance. And really work with, I would say, the moon cycle here, because I see the crescent moon. So maybe doing certain type of special work or rituals or ceremonies or something when it comes to the crescent moon here might be beneficial for you as well. Because this is the way that your destiny is going to unfold. This is the key to moving out of this season in your life. And then your last card here is your deeper purpose of your journey. It's the mythic theme or challenge that you'll face as you approach your growth edge. Think of this card as what your entire journey is about. It says Field of Dreams. In this card, you're not alone. There are three people of like mind, three people working together when it comes to manifestation, when it comes to hatching things. It really feels like finding your soul tribe and all of you working together, because manifestations are so much greater when it comes to working together as a team. It can be strong by yourself, but it's even stronger when you're working in conjunction with other people, when you have the same exact purpose. So don't worry, this time alone here, this time of healing, this time of winter, it will not last forever. Maybe that's why there's two doors here. Considering there's two more people, they'll be coming from completely different places. They won't be coming together. They'll be coming from different places out of these doors. But you're meant to meet these people and come together with these people for probably a greater purpose. It can be a challenge, perhaps, because, you know, the weight is a challenge. Maybe not knowing how you're going to meet these people can feel like a challenging thing. But as you continue to grow, these people will come in. They're seeking you as well. They may not know it at this moment, but they are seeking you. What you're seeking is also seeking you. It's just about aligning with it and divine timing. And that is really the big theme when it does come to this inner journey right now. Because that's what it said. It's about what the entire journey is about. It's about that field of dreams, that conscious manifestation, those relationships, that balance, that harmony. This could do with New Earth as well. You kind of feeling like you're not happy with the way the earth is currently. You could be a light worker, a starseed, or an empath yourself, and you're just not super pleased with how the world is right now, and you want to bring in about that new earth. You feel like that's part of your purpose. You will find your tribe, and you'll be able to help bring about those circumstances. But don't forget, that's also an internal thing. You may not exactly see it physically outside of you, because first you must work on it being that way inside of you. And then these people will come in. Maybe with this here, the 17th, maybe you'll meet somebody on the 17th, and maybe you'll meet somebody between the Cancer and the Gemini seasons as well. They may even be one of those signs, or that may be one of their birthdays. All right, so let's go ahead and pull from the Synchronicity deck. Pull 2 cards for you. Spirit, please tap me in to collect. Oh, are these it? Okay, well, these ones just jump right out at me. So if you aren't familiar with the Synchronicity deck, it's just images, and then you find the image that matches, and that is the message for you. All right, let's see what matches here. Oh, okay, right here. The serpent eating its tail. I don't know why that didn't jump out at me right away. It felt almost hidden, even though it was right in my face. All right, I'm going to read this one out of the book here. I'll tell you, this will also have a journal prompt, so if you want to get out a journal and write down these prompts, and it will have a meditation as well. Let me see what it says for you here. Ouroboros. The key words are renewal, fertility, life, death, and rebirth. The symbolism is the Ouroboros is an ancient symbol of a serpent, and occasionally a dragon, eating its own tail. The first known appearance of the Ouroboros dates back to the 14th century BC in the ancient Egyptian enigmatic Book of the Otherworld. The ancient Egyptians and Greeks, in Greek, Ouro means tail and boros is eating, used the symbol to denote alchemy and eternal cycles of life and death and rebirth. Snakes are known to shed their skins and start anew, akin to the migration of a soul. A snake biting its tail can also symbolize fertility. Those eggs over here. Fertility. The new life, the death, the rebirth. All right, right here in the reflection, this is your journal prompts right here, or just something for you to think about if you don't really like the journal. Imagine a ship that has been repaired so many times over the years that it no longer retains any of its original parts. Then someone goes to the shipyard to reassemble all of the original parts together. Which is the real ship? The newer version floating on the water, or the old one with its original parts? Both are real, just as your 5-year-old self is as much you as your current self is. And then for your meditation, that could be something, for you to think about. When it comes to the life and the death, am I still the same person? Am I a new person? Am I still on the same timeline? Am I on a new timeline? Are things aligned? All those types of things. Just, you could write it out and just let Spirit take your hand, and with protection measures, of course. And then just see what type of response that you get for that. Or just write down any type of images or words or anything that come to mind. Or like I said, if you don't like to journal and you want to think about that, just see anything that comes to mind, or maybe where you might feel it in your body, and then just go ahead and kind of assess it from there. All right, let's do the meditation as your last thing here. It says, imagine yourself reading a letter from your future self, which you wrote 20 years hence. What advice does it give you? Oh, that's a good one. So I know that you'll have to click off of this video. So maybe don't do this meditation right now. But when you have a chance and you do your next in-depth meditation, visualize that. Think about that. Remember that you can call upon your past and your future self, and you can ask for that advice, or you can give that advice when it comes to healing things. Well, that is all that I have for you when it comes to your inner quest and journey right now. Thank you so much, Pile 2. Always remember, where there's love, there's light. Where there's light, there's beauty. And where there's beauty, there's you. Please like, subscribe, and share if you'd like. And I hope to see you in my next video. Hi, if you chose Pile 3 and the fossil egg, then this is your reading. Now before you I have 4 cards, and they're each attached to a theme that has to do with the inner quest. And I'll go ahead and I'll read each of those to you so that way you know what to expect. So for the first card, the archetypal side of the self that is most dominant in the story. This is a part of you that needs attention in order for you to understand and move forward on your quest. Card 2 is the archetypal setting for the journey you're on. This is the energy that surrounds the situation, the stage or backdrop that influences the story. Card 3 is an archetypal tool that you must use, find, or give up so destiny can unfold. Think of this as the key of the situation or the best tool for the task at hand. And then card 4 is the deeper purpose of your journey. This is the mythic theme or challenge that you will face as you approach your growth edge. Think of this card as what your entire journey is about. So we'll go over the 4 cards, and then I'll go ahead and pull 2 synchronicity cards for you. Alright, so the first card here, like I said, is the archetypal side of the self that is the most dominant in your story. So it has to do with that spark. What is that? Is that blood? These are new cards to me, so you're kind of exploring them with me here. I am seeing hearts up here. Maybe that's an angel. You're getting a spark from perhaps angels, or when it comes to love. But at the same time, it kind of feels like it's piercing, doesn't it? Music might be a big thing for you too. You might be a musician. You might feel deeply when it comes to music, and you might feel that it really moves you forward on your quest. Seeing this down here, I'm kind of seeing this fairy as well, so you may have the Fae realm on your side too. Just feel into your body if that resonates with you or not. I would say your 2 most dominant numbers that I'm seeing right now are 4s and 5s. So if you see repeating 4s and 5s, it has to do with what's going on in your inner journey and the archetype the archetypal theme that you're going through currently. So the spark is really what needs attention for you right now in order for you to move forward on your current journey and quest. So maybe getting these sparks of inspiration, tapping into the guides that are around you, which could be angels and fairies as well, the Fae, and taking the messages from music that comes through and inspires you, because it's going to, people can listen to a song 100 times and hear it the same way, but then suddenly they're struck with this inspiration and they feel it in their body. You know, you get those goosebumps all over your body, or those waves as every single note hits you. and you start to hear the song differently. It hits you completely differently. I know a lot of you know what I'm talking about. I would say by looking at those lyrics, even if you've sung them a bunch of times, actually looking at those lyrics at that time when you feel that way is going to tell you the next step that you need to take on your journey, and you need to pay attention to this because it's going to spark that creativity for you. It's going to spark the opening of that next path for you. It's going to help you build that foundation and work from a place of purity and innocence and renewal as well. Let's go ahead and look at card 2. This is an archetypal setting for the journey you're on. This is the energy that surrounds the situation, the stage or backdrop that influences the story. So, you might be getting messages that help you move forward out of being stuck in the mud. Whenever I see elephants, it's always ancestors for me. An elephant never forgets. Your ancestors never forget. They will never leave you. They will always be by your side to help you build up that foundation. See those repeating fours? That four, that four. Your ancestors may come through to you as birds as well. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at that bird. I'm not sure if you would know what that is, what type of bird it is. But seeing ones that look like that could let you know that it's your ancestors coming through and trying to help you get out of these themes where you may feel like you're completely and utterly stuck. Now, also why I'm feeling the ancestors are coming through strongly is because you also picked the fossil stone here. So these could be ancestors from way, way back. Not even ones from this current incarnation or timeline, but it could go way far back from maybe your first incarnations or so. And you could be kind of healing those types of themes. And they're trying to spark you with messages. They're trying to communicate with you through that music, through that inspiration. So that way you can get out of this theme and continue to build that foundation and work on relationships and the balance and manifestations as well. Let's look at the third card now. The third card is about the archetypal tool you must use, find, or give up so destiny can unfold. Think of this as the key of the situation or the best tool for the task at hand. When I see the compass, it tells me that you are 100% being guided. Trust in the guidance that's coming through. When you feel lost, turn to angels, turn to ancestors, turn to your fairies if you work with them or you're feeling called to them. Turn to what you truly feel in your heart because you are being guided. All right, let's see what this is on this compass here. Is that another bird? I don't know that that's a bird. I can't tell what that is. I can't tell if that's a bird or that's a frog, or I'm not entirely sure what that is, to be honest. But in your most difficult and changing times with that 5 there, know that you are absolutely being guided and you could use this as a tool. I'm seeing in between here is highlighted as Libra and Scorpio. And then we have Aquarius being highlighted up here. So these could be people in your life that could help you through this time when you're feeling the most stuck, or they could help spark that inspiration within you. Somebody that's either a Libra, or you could be a Libra, somebody that's a Scorpio, or it could be a cusp of Libra and Scorpio, considering it's kind of in the middle there, or somebody that is an Aquarius as well, or kind of working with those types of energies when it comes to it, that balance, that harmony, that love, that death, the rebirth, the transformation, the intellect, the creativity, working with those types of energies to move forward, to get you stuck out of the mud. All those types of energies, all the people there and those signs that you feel drawn to, are all to help you with your inner journey at this time. And then let's go ahead and look at this last card here. It's the deeper purpose of your journey. This is the mythic theme or challenge that you will face as you approach your growth edge. Think of this card as what your entire journey is about. So your entire journey is about transformation. That falls into that Scorpio theme there, that death, that rebirth, that phoenix rising. Let's go ahead and bring this up a little bit closer for you. So maybe look and see what the flamingo spirit guides have to say for you. You can look and see what butterfly guides have to say for you, although we all know that that's transformation. When you're in the spiritual community, that's pretty much all you hear about when it comes to transformation. It's always the butterfly, right? You know, look into the elephant. Just seeing these signs too could be synchronicities for you. Like suddenly you're seeing flamingos everywhere. Suddenly you're seeing butterflies everywhere. And I'm not just talking about outside flying around when they're supposed to be. I'm talking about symbolism of them everywhere. You cannot get away from it. Your whole thing, your whole journey right now is about this metamorphosis. You are up-leveling. You are changing. And you are guided. I just heard a pop over there by my freezer. Confirmation right there. You're on the right path. Follow your joy. Follow your inspiration. Follow what really calls to your heart. And know that you are in alignment for it. All right, let's go ahead and get 2 cards from the Synchronicity deck. Tap me into the energy of group 3, please. I need 2 cards. What synchronicities can I look for to know that they are on the right path? Okay. If you aren't familiar with the Synchronicity deck, it's just images. And then you look for the image that matches, and then you get the message that goes with it. All right, let me put these down here. You know, even though there's not as many images, it doesn't always jump out to me at first what it is. No. You're probably over there like, I see it already. And I'm like, I don't. Oh, here we go. Okay. It's the beaker with the fire. So it feels like a type of alchemy. Let's go ahead and read it out of the book. Let's see what it says. Boiling flask. Page 24. There's your 2s again. Your 2s and your 4s. And I passed it. Yep, right there. First word is alchemy. I said I felt like alchemy. That's what it is. Alchemy, water, transmutation, catalyst, and elusiveness. The symbolism. The boiling flask has several elements, including fire, boiling water, air, and a glass container. Considering they said air, remember on that compass there, we did mention 2 air signs of Libra and Aquarius, so that feels like a bit of a confirmation when it comes to that. When boiling water on its own can symbolize trouble and challenges, the fact that it's contained within the controlled environment of a flask implies that you are in control of your own transformation. Right there, metamorphosis, transformation. Flasks such as these are used in alchemy and in modern chemistry and can create new elements and catalysts for change. Alchemists tried to transmute metals into gold or create a philosopher's stone that could serve as an elixir for life. They may have missed the idea that the ultimate philosopher's stone was a path to enlightenment rather than to material gain. So this transformation that you're going through, you aren't transforming just to get more material goods. You are on that path to higher enlightenment. And the reflection, which is the next part of this, you could write in a journal if you'd like to do journal prompts. Or you could just go ahead and think about it and see where you feel it in your body, what images and thoughts come to mind here. Most of us feel stuck in a rut. Look at that. Look at that. Stuck in the mud. I'm telling you, I didn't make these cards up. I drew them right there on the screen with you. Okay? At some points in life, and sometimes we need to transform ourselves personally to progress. What transformation, if any, are you currently undergoing? Is there a particular transformation you'd like to initiate in your life? Well, if there is, this is your sign to go ahead and do it. Listen to the music, listen to the messages that come through. All right, and let's go ahead and do this meditation if you have time. So it says, imagine that you are a boiling water filled with bark. What? Imagine that you are boiling water filled with bark, berries, roots, and various leaves to create a love potion. Okay, before we move on this first card, there are hearts and there is an arrow going through. That's a synchronicity right there. As you stir the mixture and add the items, you are confident that a dash of each ingredient will increase the potency of your tincture. After your concoction has cooled down and just before you taste it, you realize that in the act of making your potion, you have learned to love yourself. Ah, that's a beautiful meditation. You've put all the ingredients together already, and you're gathering more. And through the difficulties, that being stuck in the mud, you have learned to love yourself on an even deeper level. And if you haven't reached that yet, by the end of this transformation, when you don't recognize exactly who you are anymore because you're completely different, you will love yourself even more for it. That's gorgeous. You are the alchemist. You are the phoenix rising. You are inspired. You are not stuck forever, just temporarily. And you are guided. Well, that is all that I have for you, pile 3. I'd love to hear how this resonated with you and what thoughts that you have. Please always remember, where there's love, there's light. Where there's light, there's beauty. And where there's beauty, there's you. Please like, subscribe, and share if you feel so called to do so. I hope to see you in my next video.